Hello, I'm Nightmaaron, and welcome back to The Letter. Sorry I haven't been playing this. I was worried people were going to get bored with it since it's not a normal game, but I've had a lot of people wanting me to pick it back up, so we're still playing Zachary. I think there's more terror in store for our little friend here, so we're going to find out what's happening in his world. Night falls, and despite my best attempts, sleep continues to elude me. With her image still stuck in my head, flashing every few moments, it catches me off guard. With Ma's lullaby still echoing in my ears, no longer the soft tune it once was. And that terrible gnawing at the pit of my stomach, it's no wonder I can't bring myself to drift off even for a little while. It is not as if there's complete lack of things to do while waiting for sleep to come, if it ever will. And at a quarter to 3 in the morning, I find myself cleaning my photography equipment for no other reason than to just pass time. Uh-oh. Whenever it goes into like this camera state, usually something bad happens. Though if I'm going to be honest, it is not the night terrors that are keeping me wide awake tonight, but the anxiety and the hope that I'll hear from Ash or Isabella soon. And for what's perhaps the 42nd time, my eyes shift over to the end of the table where my phone still lies, or my phone lies still. I've not heard from them since they left. That's right, they were going to do something, weren't they? That's right. They haven't promised a call, of course, but a small part of me wishes that they would have the common sense at the very least. Waiting is a tough game, and with the concern stretching out the minutes far longer than usual, it is impossible for more unpleasant thoughts not to enter my mind. Moreover, it does not help that when the clock finally strikes 3, my hand stills. It'll be a complete and utter lie to say my heart didn't leap straight into my throat in that brief second. My whole body gone motionless, ears straining for any further sounds. A couple of tense seconds pass. Nothing. Of course, with how old the building I'm staying in, power fluctuations ain't anything new. Every now and then, this would happen, leaving a few tenants in a rather bad mood. Nothing unusual anymore after a few years of living here. But this time, the sudden hush brings with a stillness that raised the hair at the back of my neck and set my heart beating hard against my chest. Something reeks in the air, and in an instant, this place is no longer home. It is a prison. Every rational fiber in my being screams at me to leave. I force myself to swallow and keep a clear head as I lay down all the cleaning tools and begin gathering together the rest of my things scattered about on the table. The camera's body, lenses, filters, diffusers, phone, anything in my hand could reach. But in the resulting panic, like in the nightmares, it is the scent that reaches me first. A foul, putrid smell, filling my lungs with the heavy stink of death. My fingers clamp tightly to the camera, holding it to my body as if the tiny thing would provide enough protection to whatever's ever in the room with me. It won't, but it's the only comfort I have. And knowing that whoever she is, she had once been human. Perhaps not all of it is gone. Perhaps some of it is still there.
Hello? I know you're in here. What do you want?
Something moves behind me, a soft scuttling over the walls followed by a squelch and a painful creaking of what can only be the rotting flesh and broken bones. Without hesitation, I whirl around, my fingers and camera ready, patiently waiting for another movement.
I can help you. Whatever it is that keeps you here, I can help.
I don't think you can help that, Zachary.
That's what the letter's for, ain't it? You don't have to keep taking people's lives.
I think she likes it. Uh-oh. There's a brief moment of silence after, and for a short while, I think my pleas worked. Then with no waiting, the shuffling resumes, and along with it are the sobs of a woman. Uh-oh. I don't know what I'm looking for. Uh-oh. Where's she at? Oh my God. She's not pretty. The light flashes fleetingly, one last time allowing me a glimpse of her grotesque, misshapen features before it is once again lost in the darkness. And all of a sudden her tone changes, no longer a soft cry, but a high-pitched shriek brimming with pain, grief, and anger. Every ounce of courage I've mustered flees from my body at the sound, and the next thing I know, my hand is gripping the knob and I'm wrenching the door open. Her wails follow me as I flee into the night. Pacing has always been more of Ashton's thing than mine. When I want to think, I sit and let the minutes tick by until an idea comes to my mind or my pulse settles down, and yet dried leaves and twigs crack under my shoes as I make another pass at them. Terror is too mild to describe what this is. There's no way in hell I'm going back. Whatever she is, pleading won't work. The moment we saw that letter, she's been after us.
I can't run. Not this time.
Nearly 2 hours have gone by since I left the comfort of my room for the solitude of the park. 2 excruciating hours since I've started making calls. No one's answering. Not even Rebecca, who has always kept her phone line open in case other people need her. Or Isabella, who frequently checks her phones for any messages and readily responds as soon as she can afford. It does not help that Ash hasn't said a word where he went off to as well.
Damn it! I knew I should have asked him before I let him leave.
Knowing him, he can be anywhere. But there's really only one place he's likely to be at this time. Oh boy, Ermengarde Mansion. Excuse me, I had to get a drink. My mouth's dry. My camera is such a dirty bitch. Excuse my language. But it is. The sun has already peeked over the horizon when I make it to the mansion. I have no idea what I'm expecting to see when I got here. There's Ashton, first and foremost. A part of me wishes my assumptions are correct and he's really somewhere close by on a stakeout. But I've never been the lucky sort when it comes to that kind of guessing. And even after I made a round of the immediate vicinity, I could find neither hide nor hair of him. Calling him does no good, either considering how awful the signal is here. He can't be too far if he's really here, but if he is, he would have already noticed me by now. Instead, there is only silence. The kind too quiet to find any sort of comfort in. Even the trees seem to have fallen asleep with the rest of the mansion, oblivious to what's happening around it. A small island of stillness in the otherwise fast-paced world. No wonder the whole of Anselm feels at odds with the rest of Luxborn. While the city is alive, growing every minute, breathing every second, and pulsating with life, the village remains unmoving. Unchanged. It's not surprising that the legend still lives up to this day, and why she's still here, walking its hollowed halls. And beyond me, the mansion looms ominously. But now ain't the time for fear. Even if Ash is not here, I've still got to let the Wrights know what I've seen, what's in their home. And whatever grievance Ash has with them doesn't matter. There might be grounds for imprisonment, but they don't deserve a brutal death at the hands of a malicious spirit. And I'm sure Isabella would want the same thing. I head straight for their door without a second thought. It takes a few rings, the sound loud above the foreboding stillness, before I hear footsteps on the other side.
God and Bennett, only a Nancy would knock at such an ungodly hour. Where's that damn butler when I need him?
He's such a grumpy butt. Before long, the door swings widely open with Mr. Luke Wright standing behind it. Seething would be a complete understatement to describe him. Like this, I've got no doubt why Ash would find him a suspect.
You? How the hell did you get in here?
I'm not in there, I'm out here.
What in 7 hells do you want? It's bloody 6 in the morning!
I want to save your life, Dick.
Listen, sir, I know this is not a good time.
Oh, it's not a good time. Did you even check the clock before coming here? I bet you didn't. Unlike you, the ones living in this house need to sleep.
Well, unlike me, I've got a hideous creature lady, grudge lady chasing me. I'm sure you do too, you just don't realize it.
Come back when people are actually awake, or I'll call security on you.
Don't be a douche, I'm trying to help you. Before I can get a word in, he slams the door on my face and bolts it shut with much finality.
Wait, sir, you gotta hear me out. You're both in danger if you stay in there. Have you seen the news lately? Everything's not a coincidence.
Only silence answers me. Maybe if it was Mrs. Wright. Oh, who am I kidding? There are limits to how far a person will believe in you. Then again, I didn't believe Isabella when she warned us. Now, I'm here, desperately trying to save people, even if I'm aware it's completely out of my own capacity to do so. Is this what they call karma? If so, this is one horrible way of turning things around. Taking people's lives, playing with people's fears, making them feel useless.
You're around, ain't you? You here? Inside this house? Listening, watching, or whatever it is that you spirits do? What did they do to you? I can help you, you know? If it'll let you move on, I'll gladly do so. You don't have to kill anyone.
Nothing. I don't even know who I'm talking to or if a sane person is supposed to be doing that. The only thing I got after is a feeling of foolishness washing over me. Or perhaps this is just me losing my mind. Out of other options and any other ideas, I let my hands slide off the door's surface and fall listlessly to my sides. I can go back to Luxborn, try to find the others, try to get out of this mess with them. Or let them know how much in deep shit we all are. Both sounds good. Either way, my loitering here ain't helping at all. I let the quietness calm me for a few minutes before standing up and heading out to fetch my bike. It's quite a distance to Luxborn, but if I hurry, I'll reach it in maybe... Ashton, is that you? The rustling stops as soon as I turn around and strain my ears for any other movement around me.
Yo, Ash, you there?
No answer. If he is there, or if he is here, and I've just missed him earlier. Already, my feet are moving in search of him for the second time. It won't hurt to double check. Triple check, even. With how big the property is, he can be anywhere. If things ain't so urgent, if they ain't so dire that lives are at stake, I'd probably have just waited for him to show up again.
But damn it! He needs to realize what exactly it is he's dealing with.
That it is not just a petty criminal he can simply throw in jail, that it is something beyond the authority his police badge could ever give him. The guy needs to stop playing the big damn hero, sit down and chill. My breathing comes in short, shallow rasps by the time I make it back to where I started. Still no sign of him, and I'm beginning to think I'm just wasting my time here. But that is when I hear it. I'd recognize that melody in a heartbeat, Ma's favorite song. I listen for a while, trying to gauge where exactly from the house it's coming from. My feet start moving before I can stop them. And there, as I circle a corner, from a room in the first floor, a single window is open, but I can't make out whoever's inside. However, I'm sure the singing has come from there. It comes from there. God. Still, why I'll hear an old tune here of all places, I won't know. It's not an obscure song by all means, but it is pretty rare to find someone who knows this. And for some reason, death seems to follow this song around. Uh-oh. Panic lodges itself at the base of my throat at once. Whoever's humming might be, I don't want to be the pessimist now. Oh, it's the Grudge Lady. But on the off chance that it is Mrs. Wright.
Shit.
I shouldn't just barge in there. I can put myself in danger before I can save anyone. Ash will tell me so in the exact same words. Might even write me a dissertation why that is a bad idea if he ain't so lazy. But damn it, god damn it! Someone could be in danger. I really don't think we should break into that house. We don't need to end up in jail where we're pinned and can't get away from the Grudge Lady. So I think we're going to keep looking for Ash. In the end, the rational part of my brain wins out. The half that has spent too much time around Ash. It's right though, the reasonable part. If I do force my way in and find something unpleasant, how am I going to fight back? With my camera? No matter where you look at it, that's simply asking for a painful death.
I have a better chance if I find Ash. What is he snooping about?
Perhaps I should try the forest. Make a round further into the gardens. Not a sound plan, but it's better than nothing. The woman's soft sobs have subsided now by some means. Almost inaudible, to the point where I'm wondering if I truly heard what I heard. I didn't get to I didn't get to dwell on much. I didn't get to dwell much on it though, because right in that moment my phone rings. The sharp notes cutting, piercing through the quick quietude. I clamp a hand over it, pressing the button before the speakers are close to my ear.
Are you?
Oh, there's Grudge Lady. I only caught the tail end of a person's greeting on the other side, but I know the voice well enough.
What was that, Ash? Could you repeat that? Signal shitty here.
I asked, where are you? Hell, Zach, I've been calling your number for a good 20 minutes now. What kind of shithole did you get into?
Good morning to you, too. I should be asking you that question. I've been looking all over the mansion for you. I thought you'd be...
What mansion?
Do I really need to answer that?
Why are you even... No, wait. Just get your ass here at Isabella's place, and hurry.
I shift my gaze into the mansion, specifically at the window I heard the cries from. There is nothing of it now, not even echoes.
How urgent is this?
Pressing enough for you to stop asking questions and get yourself here. Please, Zach.
That gives me a pause. It's a rare thing for him to take on that tone.
I'll be there in a few. An hour or two, tops.
Thanks. I'll see you.
Uh-oh. So is Ashton believing in this? I rush back to my bike as soon as the call ends. Without another look, I leave the mansion along with its haunting melodies and grim echoes behind. There are more important things than my own curiosity and impulses. Okay, we're switching to Mary Ann now. So we're going to cut this episode here after I save it. And yeah. So if you like the letter, hit the like button, leave me a comment below if you want to. Be nice to one another, and we'll meet in the next episode. See you guys.